in that point, and that's the first thing you hear from me in weeks. I'm not drunk,
Hey,
I swear.
Storm, that
But
was
here
close.
we
As
are.
Storm, that was close. The stream was loading.
As soon as I said that,
Yeah.
well, hello everyone. Hello everyone. That's an interesting start. Hello everyone. It's been a few weeks without you listening to my quite interesting voice, but we are here and we are live for round 3 of the 2023-24 Turbo Racing League Championship. And today we are racing at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya in Spain. Take the S out and you get pain, which is what many of these races have been over the past 32 years, I think it is, since the first Spanish Grand Prix at this track back in 1991. I'm joined by Sean, as I have been on many occasions before, and we are just about getting ready for the first iteration this season of Storm's Grid Walk. So if you're a driver that is watching this, head up on stage and we'll get an interview of you. And I'm going to start off with Sam Rose. Why not? We'll get Sam Rose on stage and we'll get his thoughts and opinions of how he's going to perform in this race, as well as me laughing at Man United for being 3-0 down to Bournemouth, which is just quite sad anyway. Sam, you have been invited to speak. If you would like to rock up here, that would be very nice indeed, wouldn't it? Before we go any further, actually, while we're waiting for Sam, Sean, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. Just kind of stressed after I got stuck in traffic on the way home, but yeah, otherwise
Yeah, Sam's watching.
it's good.
Yeah, Sam's watching the Watford game, so we'll not get him yet. So instead, I want to go and speak to the Season 2 Tireless Racing League World Champion, Ryu Zapu, who is quite a good friend of yours and mine, Sean, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if Ryu gets on stage now, then we will have
Yeah.
the first interview of a brand new dawn on Gridwalk. Let's ignore post-race interviews. Hello, Ryu. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you guys?
Fantastic,
I'm
man.
fine. Yeah, it's been a few weeks away from me while I've been indulging in David Tennant returning to the role of the Doctor. But yeah, it's good to be back, and I think Sean's doing well as well. You're well.
A
Really,
bit behind in the
let's.
standings.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no points so far. It's not been the best start, but
Nope.
can you get your season kick-started with a good performance today, do you think?
I think so. I like Spain a lot, so and I have a good time there on time trial. I've replicated it, so I think I'm pretty confident.
Where do you think you're going to place top 5, top 3, maybe even get a win?
Top 3 would be ideal. Podium.
Okay. That's it's not ambitious really for a driver of your quality, I think. Who do you think is going to be the biggest rival for you out on track today? Who do you think is
Uh,
quick?
Definitely the 2 Mercedes, especially Dean.
Sean will be delighted to hear that. I'm sure as he's not going to let his bias shine through at any stage. Otherwise, he's gone. I think.
Yeah, Dean and I are good
Ryan, I'm
friends,
going.
so
Yeah. Thanks, Ryu. We'll get back to you later on, maybe during the race if there's a safety car here, and I will be able to get in for like the first, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of the race. So thanks very much, Ryu, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, who next? I think we call on a veteran, I suppose, of Tireless Racing League. Not really so on Turbo Racing League. But we're going to call on a former commentator, former Team 3 driver, now T1 driver, sponsored by NordVPN and all other companies that are willing to sponsor Mr. Titan Gamer 46. So hop along and
Hello.
welcome back. It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
So talk to us about the start of your season and just describe it in a word, we'll say.
Let's just say, game said no to me playing it, and AI took over and killed many people in the process.
Oh, well, I suppose you haven't committed particular manslaughter yet, but your AI has. What are you aiming for?
To actually drive.
That's a fair enough ambition. I'm sure we all want to do that. Just when it comes to this season in general, is it a sort of a learning process for you going up against some of the best drivers in the league? Are you relishing the opportunity to just race, or?
I think it's just a lot of fun, really. Trying to take it seriously from time to time. But if there's a battle or something, I try and keep it as clean as it can be.
And I suppose a final question for you, Titan, is: are points a realistic ambition for you today? Do you think?
If everyone crashes, then yes.
Thanks very much, Titan. And we'll call on you maybe after the race. Maybe during the race if we feel like it. And thank you very much for your contribution. We'll see you later. Third driver. This is a tricky one. I know Liberty's been eager to get on stage. And I'm not going to deny him that request for any longer period of time. The Haas driver who has been drafted in to fill the boots of Artem after a pretty poor start to the season. He's back. He's from Florida. He's an American man living the American. In a very American sport these days, it is Liberty Waked who returns to the limelight of Turbo Racing League. How you doing, Liberty?
Yo,
You like my little introduction for you?
Good idea.
oh, you want me to speak? Well, my first race T3 Mercedes, I scored P4, almost a podium. I'm good. But now that I'm going up against T1 drivers, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad.
Well, your contract agreement did say that you'd be drafted into the Haas role eventually if your other teammate kind of did a few oopsies, and you are here now. So what's the ambition for the championship? What do you want to achieve this season?
At least a top 10 or a top 5.
Okay. How do you feel around Spain? Is it a confident track for you?
Nope, not at all. Never.
Enough, right. Thanks very much, Liberty. And we'll move on to the next driver. Very good luck with the race, or good luck with qualifying first and all. And we'll talk to you later. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I think the first few interviews have gone quite well, wouldn't you say, Sean? Who do we get on now? Maybe you pick. And then just an awkward silence ensues. I think we get Mitch on. Yeah, get Mitch on.
Hopefully his mic isn't
He works
like
in a
last time.
bank. He doesn't get paid. Bournemouth are 4-0 up. It's the one and only Mitch83. He's left. Hold on. I think he let him say. I think he let himself on stage, and he's back. He's back. Mitch, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How's the audio levels first? Because last time I deafened Sean.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I can hear you fine.
they're good. They're
Very good.
Audio levels are good? Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I'm laughing at the moment, and if I can't contain my laughter, you'll probably know why. Due to my football allegiances. Mitch, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just defeated a most wanted pursuit, but that's about it. But getting ready for the racing.
What do you want to achieve today? Is a top 5 on the cards?
Primarily, I want to last more than 3 corners, so that would be better than last week. But
4 corners. So you want to go
beyond
to turn
that-
4 and then just drive into the tyre barrier, and then you're racing a blaze of glory. And by the time we get to the final race of the season, you race 10 corners, which is always great.
that would be a nice bar to hit. But speaking seriously, yeah, I like the track. I like the redesign of both the corner after the second DRS and the sweeping, the return of the sweeper, as I like to call it. But I like it. I have a fair bit of practice on it, so yeah, I'm aiming for at least a top 6, which should be better.
Well, that's always great, Mitch. And normally you are the driver that He's quite sensible, I think. Quite a sensible driver and quite a good person to talk to. I always enjoy chats with you before the race starts, and indeed probably after the race ends. Whether Sean will do stuff after the race is unbeknownst to me, but hopefully he will. Thanks very much, Mitch, and I will talk to you sooner rather than later. As 3 people join the lobby all at once. Thanks very much, Mitch. Okay. I think we go to Monks. Yeah, I think that's very much realistic. I think that'll be the last driver we get to before qualifying starts. LFC Monks.
Evening.
One of the most successful drivers, I think, in the previous iteration of this league. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Missed last week. I seen Dean had a nice week in Australia when I had a power cut. Recovered to 4th. It was alright in
Well,
Australia, but could have been
what are
better.
your ambitions for today's race? Do you think you can go and get a win?
I think Zappu and Dean have got an edge on me today, but we'll see. We'll see how qualifying comes out. Well, the last time this league was raced here, I won 12 seconds or something like that. But
wasn't that the race that Mr. Sam Rose got pole position up and then just threw it all away?
Yes, I think so. But I think he had an issue with his brakes that day. So
yeah, good times to play previous iteration of this. I want to say good league, maybe good in the way it's organized.
That was a good day. Then
hopefully all 17 drivers in now. Monks, I'm not going to rush you, but I will ask you one more question. Do you think you can challenge for the championship this season, or is a top 3 finish in your dreams and hopes and whatnot?
I think anything within the top 3, considering my teammate and Zappu are exceptional at most tracks, it's going to be hard for me to pull that type of result. But the top 3 is what I'm aiming for.
Well, thanks very much, Monks. Very good luck with today's race.
Thank you.
We're just a few minutes away then. We don't have an FOM intro. We used to. We don't anymore though. So, Sean, do you have any ideas in mind? Do you want to play a bit of music or whatever that will not get the stream taken down?
I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay. Well, we have all 17 drivers ready.
No, we're missing one. We're missing one.
Yeah, right. Is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who we're missing here.
That's brilliant. Well, we have 17 drivers anyway, and we will be starting in a few minutes' time as the tension grows to a 1 hour call. Well, it won't be 1 hour, 45 minutes-ish qualifying session. Here for the Spanish Grand Prix that I hope we will see a lot of drama. A big battle for pole position. The field separated by only about like a second. I'd love for that to happen. Realistically, it probably won't, but a man can dream, isn't that right, Sean?
Yes, indeed.
And just to let you, I'm going to run you through the scores in the Premier League while we're waiting. Full-time whistles gone at Old Trafford. Manchester United suffering a humiliating defeat to Bournemouth before their big clash with Liverpool next Sunday. The final score at Old Trafford: Manchester United 0, Bournemouth 3. It's all over the Amex as well. Brighton pulling back a point via Simon Adingra in the 77th minute against Burnley. That game finished 1-1. The early kickoff at Selhurst Park finished Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2, a result that I am quite happy about. Many games finishing around the British Isles at the moment. Let me see. A lot of games cancelled in League Two, and Villa v Arsenal only half an hour away. I will try and get goal news though, and we are all eagerly awaiting, I may add, the 3rd race of the season. We'll say it's an hour long for continuity problems. And a 33-lap Grand Prix. It seems you got everyone in the lobby, Sean, so I'll be about ready to go.
I don't think we are. I think we're missing one anyways. I think, if I'm not 100% sure, I'm mistaken.
How many people do we have watching us on YouTube?
6 at the moment. By the looks of it,
hello, everyone.
Yeah, but it looks as if we're missing Nibbles biscuits.
Is Nibbles alive, or what's the
He seems
deal
dead.
with him?
He seems dead.
Okay.
Online
Well,
on
we're not without
Discord
him yet.
and on F1, but
Yeah, Sam Rose is actually right. Watford have equalised in the last few minutes of their game against Southampton at Vicarage Road. Healy with a 96-minute equaliser, and the full-time whistle is blown there at Vicarage Road. The score there, Watford 1, Southampton 1. Big dent for Southampton's promotion hopes. They would have wanted that win. They haven't got it against a old enemy from the Premier League. Congratulations to Sam Rose's Watford. The full-time whistle went at the Amex. Yeah, I've mentioned about Manchester United. Yeah, nothing really else to say. And we'll have goal news from the Villa Arsenal match.
Tom, you ready to get this ball rolling?
I am very much ready. We don't have a FOM intro. We do. We have the broadcast quality of Prime ITV from the two. But we have the spirit, and we have the absolute legends in the commentary box that are Sean and myself, Mr. Storm, back again after a few weeks' absence. I'm not going to be here for the entire duration of the race. I'm aware of that, but I'm going to try my best to entertain you for the next, let's say, hour and 10 minutes. If I haven't entertained you already for the last 30 minutes, we'll say, you are in the wrong place because it's an absolute comedy club when us two are in the box. Let's get ready to rumble, people. The third race of the Turbo Racing League season, coming live from the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, is only a few minutes away. That would be the cue to go for an FOM intro if we don't.
If
We'll hopefully
if
get
we
that
had
sorted
one.
in a few weeks' time. Oh, we did. Oh, that's lovely.
Wait, two. Oh, Nibbles biscuit came in. Nice. We are 19 drivers
Yeah, we have
as of
no, that's an attendance record, folks.
No,
And
it
I
is.
suppose whenever the
This-
game loads in, get us going. I'm going to use my PlayStation as my phone stand, so I don't have to be constantly carrying my phone for the next hour or so. Whenever I, maybe I'll say, well, I'll get about halfway through the race before I have to go eventually. But the seconds of the lobby have now ticked down to naught. We have not gone into the race yet. Now we have. We haven't gone into qualifying. Now we have. Qualifying 1 at the Spanish Grand Prix. All the drivers loading in, whether they be on the PlayStation or PC. No Xbox drivers here because Xbox is shit. The majority of our drivers, I think the field's well balanced out between PC and PlayStation. Of course, I'm on PlayStation, Sean's on PC, so the two hosts have a bit of a differing rivalry between what platform we're using, but we're not going to hold that against us, I don't think. As the drive, actually no, we do have a few. We have one person on Xbox, Stask K 4432. You are an absolute imbecile, an embarrassment to your family, and I hope you drown. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just
Wait,
trying
what?
to lighten the mood.
There are
I'm
not enough
joking,
players
I'm
remaining to start this. What?
I'm joking, Stask. I don't hope you drown. You might be an embarrassment. I mean, I doubt it, to be honest. But for having an Xbox, that's a Cardinal sim. Also, Yaros having it a Cardinal sim. Carl, but you are late. You will not be able to participate in the race. Maybe next week, Sonny Jim. Are we ready to go then? Has the
No,
camera
because
panned
every
down to the
single
pit lane?
driver are leaving the lobby, and it came up on my screen
Now
that
it has.
not enough drivers to start
No
the
one's
session.
me anyway. So hello everyone. Welcome if you just joined
I
us.
got
Welcome to the
kicked.
third
Storm,
round.
I'm not in the lobby. I got kicked.
Oh, that's... Hold on. I'll try and I'll try and steady the ship just for a second. It's not saying you're online for me, which is a problem.
Wait, what?
Has my game decided to kill itself? Maybe. I've sent an invite to you. Maybe you'll get that. Just for anyone who's joining us, hello everyone, and welcome to the third round. It is the Spanish Grand Prix, and qualifying for the 45 minutes or so has just got underway. Hecaron is the Aston Martin.
Thank you, boss.
He's had a rich history in the former iteration of this league, and now he is aiming to get a good
No, I
spot
can't.
on the grid. If you don't know how to qualify,
The
I'm sorry,
lobby.
Sean.
No, the lobby did not exist.
Oh dear.
I need a new
Yes.
invite. Oh no.
Monks need to invite me, invite Sean, that's the problem. If you don't know how qualifying works, then in Q1, in this case, to 16th will go out. In Q2, drivers 15 to 11 will go out, and then the top fight it out for pole position. In the third 12-minute session, we are underway. 16 and a half minutes remain. The two hatters of, let me see, Artem and Liberty are following Hecaron on the track. And I'm pretty sure that they will want to get a good run in before well, things get really nervy in the session, I suppose. Sean, I'm not sure how your technical issues are evolving.
No, I need a new invite.
But okay, hold on, let me just sort that out. It only says that my friends are online, which means none of my EA friends are online whatsoever. I don't know why that is, but we'll move. Hecaron has just started his lap in the Aston Martin. I'm going to ride on board with him in just a second. There we go. Through turns 1 and 2, going up to 220 kilometers an hour as he accelerates through the flat-out turn 3. Wouldn't have been flat-out a few years ago, but thanks to the incredible aerodynamics of these cars, it now is in the first sector. He sets a split time of 21.367, which is the purple sector, at least for now anyway. Down towards turn 5, you've got to clip that inside curve, do very well to keep the car from spinning out in the back of the rears. Under the Rolex bridge, we'll call it, up towards TV3, which is turn 7, 170 kilometers an hour as you run up towards the flat-out turn 9 Campsa. Hear the engine roar, 255 kilometers an hour as we revised turn 10, revised back in 2021 after its modification back in 2006, up towards turn 11 now. Build the revs, keep it nice and steady in third gear, then into the final flat 2 corners. Keep the throttle pinned all the way to the line. Hecaron has a slight lift, and up towards the line he comes. He will set a lap time of 1:11.4. Here come the two Hasses. First of all, it's Liberty who sets a 1:13, and Artem 13 as well. As we have a yellow flag for whatever reason, as Titan goes into last place. At the moment, with 1:15.1. Next up on the track is Ryu Zapu, who's on the medium compound tire. He's not pushing too much at the start of the session, trying to save his softs. For Q2 and Q3, takes the final corner flat out, accelerates up towards the line, and will settle for second place with a 1:12.3. Next up, we have the Alpine of Mr. Leclerc on the soft compound tire. Guns it through the final 2 corners, flat out through 1, completely lifts off the second, activates the DRS, and up to the line, he goes into third with a 1:13 dead. Next up is, let me see, Monks, who's just started his flying lap. We have a few people going off the track as Mitch has spun at TV3, and he's been disqualified from the session for going the wrong way, so it will be last on the grid for Mitch in this third round of the season. We'll get him on the stream in a few minutes' time. I'm not sure what has happened to him, but he has been disqualified with 13 and a half minutes to go in this session. How are we doing, Sean?
I'm still waiting for an invite.
Yeah, mine isn't working at the moment. If I refresh it, maybe it will.
I'm trying
I
to
don't know.
restart the game real quick.
Yeah, everyone's peeling into the pits now at the moment. Mitch, just can you not let yourself on stage? I think you can. I'm wholly confident you can.
I can, but you're the stream the stream manager, so.
Yeah, well, Mitch, what happened?
Wheel issues. I was trying to get myself back on the track, but I got no response from the wheels, so I got stationary for too long and I got disqualified. That's what happened. But oh well. We'll see if we can fix it in time for the race. Them's it works.
Think you'll be able to?
We'll see. We'll see. I probably need to restart the game in order for that to take effect. But I'll probably have one of you guys invite me later on. But oh well. That's the point. Let's see if we can make a recovery, though.
Well, last on the grid. Wish you the best of luck. You probably won't be taken out at turn 3, which is always good, I suppose.
So long as I don't take anybody out, that's all that matters.
Yeah. So enjoy the race, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes' time as qualifying progresses. 9 drivers have set the times at the moment. The championship leader, Magnus Ship, has set a pretty poor time of a 1 minute 17.2. Whether he was held up in traffic, I do not know. Coming round the track now is Tyson, who is not peeling into the pit lane and is instead trying to improve in his time of 1 minute 15.1, activates the DRS, and will not improve. He's 4/10ths slower. Next up is the Alfa Romeo of Valtteri Bottas. Not the real Valtteri Bottas, the better Valtteri Bottas. Takes the final corner, does take a marginal lift, activates the DRS, up towards the line he goes, and he qualifies in P3 for now before the Red Bull of Zap will not peel into the pits, instead start a new lap. Then we have the Williams of Sam Rose about to begin his flying lap. I think he's gone out on interest, so this isn't a flying lap for him whatsoever. Then following him around, we have the Alpha Tauri of a Yaroslav Nick 315, who's starting his lap. Before, I think that's Monks who's coming around, or it's Dean. It's Monks, I think. Yeah, who's gone into 4th place for a 1 minute 12.8. Let's ride on board with Yaroslav as he goes through turn 3, pin the car through there, flat out through 3, getting up to about 250 kilometers an hour before gunning it on the brakes for turn 4. He's got 2 cars in front of him. This could be dangerous. It's not, as they get out of his way just in time
Storm.
before causing a monumental crash. Hello, Sean.
The session no longer exists.
Ah,
I think we have to do a restart if we want to stream.
I'm going to try and invite you again. Hold on.
No, it doesn't work because the session no longer exists. The one you're in is a completely new session. It's a completely new
Ah.
session for you. The one I'm getting invited to is the old one.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic. So, technical issues. I will red flag the session, and we will get back to racing conditions.
Fuck, man.
I don't know, in about 20 minutes' time. God knows.
Can't be asked, man.
Technical issues, but it doesn't really matter in the end because we will be able to restart.
Can't be fucking asked. Jeez.
This coincidentally plays out very well for Mitch. Yes, you can get in it. You were already there, so it doesn't matter. Leave the session, folks, and we'll be back in a few minutes' time. Technical issues. Well, folks, it's very well. It's very good to know that we do not have a reliable game.
Time
Doesn't
to
matter.
change to fucking R factor next season. Question is, do we do full or short? I don't know.
All right, folks. Let me see. I'm gonna have to take a slight dip out. I need to talk to someone. Hopefully, Sean will get us restarted though, and we'll be aiming for about a half past the hour restart time. Will I be right in saying, Sean?
Hopefully.
Sean will take you through the commentary for the next few minutes. I will be back.
I'm just trying to sort everything out here. We can get restarted because the game absolutely loves us. But yeah, that's about it. Absolutely no comments. Oops, Mike was muted. No, but we are Mike and Levis in the lobby. We're just waiting for Storm to come back. Storm, you coming back soon? Please. Are looking to start the second time today. Yay! But yeah,
Hello again, everyone.
Oh,
Been a
welcome
few
back, Tom.
minutes, but I am back. And does that mean we're ready to go? Yes, it does.
It is.
That's brilliant. Round 3, take 2, action, qualifying, which will take up the next 40 odd minutes or so of the I can't speak at the moment of this race weekend. The Spanish Grand Prix held at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya since 1991 is getting ready to host another iteration of a tireless/turbo racing league Grand Prix. I'm joined by Sean, as I was before the session exploded. And we're just about to get ready for qualifying, and I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you had some good fun when I wasn't with you a few minutes ago.
Wait a minute.
It seems
No,
some
you
of
should.
our drivers do full qualifying. To be fair, we'll be done by about 4 minutes past the hour, so 5 minutes past. The race will probably start at about 7 minutes past, 8 minutes past, but yeah. We're going to be here, says Monks. I'm not going to agree nor disagree with you. Here we go, folks. Qualifying about to get underway then. I think it just has got underway. We're waiting for the first cars to come out on track now. Can I twerk for chocolate? No, I can't. Sean's got his camera on. Maybe he can, though.
No, not anymore. I turned it off.
Okay, fair enough. First driver's coming out on track now. I can see that there's activity going down in the two Red Bull boxes of Rai Zapu and Oscar. Two quite good drivers. As I think that's Hackeron. No, it's not. It's Mr. Titan Gamer 46 coming out onto the track first. The lovable man himself. The number 46 taking after Valentino Rossi, I think. He has a big lockup into turn 1, presumably on cold tyres, but doesn't really matter as he's getting ready for another race of his storied career in this league. As he's on his outlap and the rest of the field piles out of the pit lane. Lovely stuff. Great to be back, folks. And I'm very happy to be commentating on this league. Take 2 of what is going to be a quite an interesting race, I think. What do you think's going to happen, Sean?
A lot. I think minimum of 2 safety cars here. Which
Minimum. That's not very good anyway.
No. But yeah. Hopefully we get a lot of action and not many laps on their safety car. As I
We
see
have
a
a yellow flag because
Haas
the
that
Haas has
went
come
around.
Artem has gone into the gravel on the intermediate tyres, so he's just getting his park firme stuff sorted as Montz heads behind him in the Mercedes, also on the intermediates. Sam Rose is on the intermediates. Maggie Sheep's on the intermediates. A lot of people on the intermediates. Liberty Walker's off the track. Titan starts his lap, and I'm going to take you through the circuit to Boston and Catalunya. So going up to about 325 kilometers an hour as you break down towards turn 1 as AlphaTauri has dropped it at turn 1 and nearly ended Titan's qualifying just immediately. Through turn 3 flat out as you gun your way down towards the first sector, split down towards turn 4 onto the Crypto.com bridge at 22.4 in the first sector for the Englishman who hates Middlesbrough. Into turn 5, then brake at the 50-meter board, make sure to hug the inside. Stay in second gear, get some good traction, don't let the rear step out. Lovely line through there. For Titan, we get a yellow flag at turn 2.
Red Bull dropped it behind.
And then the yellow flag continues through turn 3. Up through turn 9, camps are flat out for Titan, activates the DRS as he heads down towards the remodeled in 2021. Turn 10 sets a 52.9 in the middle sector. It's quite retrospective, to be fair. Quite a respectable time. Up through turns 11 and 12, he's got a Ferrari in front of him. Hopefully he won't impede him that much. And in towards the flat-out final 2 corners. When I say that, though, not many drivers have taken it. But will Titan be brave, though? No, he won't. He lifts off. And then immediately puts it back in the throttle. As he comes up to the line, he sets a 1:15.1. And that's the first lap of qualifying, folks.
As Oscar goes P1 by 2 seconds.
We have a few people following in. Skyscap is about to cross the line. Magnus Ship is again setting slow outlap because obviously he was on the intermediate tyres with 1:17.4. Mitch has gone into third. He's sorted out his wheel problems from take 1 of this race weekend. As Zap goes into 5th, and we have a AlphaTauri coming into the pits, as well as an Alpine behind him as the McLaren. Oh, they've made contact as well. The Williams has gone right into the back. The Williams of Sam Rose has gone right into the back of Yaroslav going into the pit lane. And that will be a few minutes out of action for Sam Rose. He completely loses his front wing.
Yeah.
Who's next coming up to the line? We have, I'm not sure. Mr. Leclerc, is it? Yes. Mr. Leclerc and the Haas of presumably not Sheep either. That's just muscle memory for me. As Mr. Leclerc comes up to
goes fastest.
Chocolate's gone quickest. Mr. Leclerc's gone into 6th. We have the McLaren of Pap Sniper coming up to the line. He set a relatively slow lap time. Relatively slow as in, I mean, a time from 1991, not 2023. As the drivers are now pitting into the pit lanes after their first runs in this session, we've got 13 and a quarter minutes still to come in this section. Chocolate quickest setting a 1:12 dead as Zap goes into second with 1:12.6. Coincidentally enough, Pap Sniper's actually set the quickest first sector with the rear locks. At turn 5, he's had a huge moment. He has managed to keep it. And Monks is retired as well without setting a time, and he's left the session. What? Red flag calls Sam Rose because the assists are fucked, apparently. What's the problem, Sam?
Let me actually double check.
Speak.
They aren't fucked because if you actually look at the rules or slash information tab, you see that we have not that we have removed some rules from last integration of TRL. You should actually know that we have steering assist off, braking assist off, all pit assists off. You should know that if you actually read what we put out.
What is your illiterate?
Yeah, they aren't fucked. They should be like that.
I don't understand the craze of going out on intermediates, but I'm not a driver, so I wouldn't really know the illegal strategies as Dean now will stop himself into 7th on the intermediates. Chocolate has retired. I think he said to himself, "I've done enough for this session. I'm gonna put my feet up and rest."
Fuck.
What?
I did go and fuck up. Oh my god, I can't be asked,
Oh, so we're gonna-
man. I can't be fucking asked.
And we're gonna have to restart again, aren't we?
Honestly, fuck this game. No, but I didn't touch that one. I did not touch it. I don't know what this game is on. Honestly.
I think we probably have to go to short qualifying now.
No, it is short quality.
Well, that's bollocks. A long day at the office requires a bit of chocolate to keep the energy up. Liberty has now gone to urinate, so that's great for him, I suppose. Mr. McClure, the lobby hasn't even been made yet.
Third time's the charm. We love this game.
Ready to go again, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the best start to the weekend, but we move. And yeah, short qualifying will take us up from about the top of the hour, I suppose, and then we'll have about 20, 25 minutes of me in the commentary box before I go and do some stuff for the rest of the evening. And then Shan will take you through, and hopefully he will guide you through it quite well. Instead of like I don't know, Jonathan Lagarde in the late 2000s. If you don't know who Jonathan Lagarde is, I can't blame you. He's a no-namer. One of the worst commentators I've ever heard in my life. If you're old enough to remember him from BBC coverage back in like 2009-10, then you will know how much of a pain in the arse he was, but we don't have a British... Well, this isn't a British league. This isn't a British league, so... We have a lot of people from around the Northern Hemisphere. not in Central Europe or Eastern Europe or Western Europe or anywhere else. I haven't given you the score update yet. It's 0-0 at Villa Park between Aston Villa and Arsenal in that match, which could see Arsenal go back to the top of the Premier League, displacing Liverpool, who won 2-1 at Selhurst Park earlier on. I don't know what that was, but should we do a few driver interviews? I think we should. Let's get Titan on the scene again. Mr. Titan Gamer 46, how's the weekend gone for you so far?
It's it's been interesting.
What have you made of the two qualifying attempts so far?
It's so good that we're not allowed to do them.
Oh, well, that's great. 15 people coming in now. Do you think you're going to make it out of Q1 first and foremost?
If we get past Q1, I don't know.
On this short
Well,
qualifying, not further.
I actually won't be Q1 because it's going to be a short qualifying. So that's great because nobody's going to be eliminated when we start at 6 o'clock roughly. So that's good. And I'm going to assume we're going to start immediately afterwards as well. So there's no point in waiting around for people. So yeah.
We're missing one by
Titan, where do you think you're going to qualify now? There's been absolutely zero risk of elimination.
Probably, hopefully somewhere in the top 10, either that and maybe in the top 15.
It's pretty realistic. Thanks very much, Titan. And we will talk to you later. There's a chance for Villa, and there is a goal for Aston Villa! Sean McGuinness scored! And I am very much happy about that. The diminutive Scotsman has put the Villains ahead. And Arsenal fall behind 1-0 Villa.
We're missing one, but I don't know who.
Brilliant from Arsenal as they've lost their 0-0 and we're staying top of the table. Thanks very much, guys. Titan, have you left yet? No, you haven't. Titan, leave and prepare for qualifying take 3. To be fair, I can just kick you out, so he's left now. Good. He can go and prepare then for this race. Mitch wants to speak, and I'm never going to deny the pesky little Uruguayan his chance to speak.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think of Edinson Cavani and like Luis Suarez and stuff?
I don't really follow soccer much anymore, but I have watched when I was a teenager. When the World Cup in 2010, that was frantic.
Samoa Jan. Good
Yeah,
times.
the
first 2 qualifying attempts gone for you so far?
Well, the first one, we all know how that went. Luckily, I did manage to get going again. Time-wise, I wasn't even pushing. I was just trying to get it on the board, and I got slightly blocked by Sam Rose, but I'll let the stewards decide what to do about that because it was in the qualifying session that was ultimately cancelled. But we'll see what this third and hopefully last attempt has in store for us.
Where do you think? I'm actually going to cut it right there because we're about to get underway. Good luck for take 3.
I doubted top 3, but top of the middle of the back is.
Good luck for take 3, not top 3.
Hmm?
Good luck for take 3 of qualifying.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mitch. Easy mistake to make. About to get underway again then. Sean, Storm, the dream team in the commentary box. Getting ready again. Hopefully we haven't had another malmisorganization problem, to quote the late great Murray Walker. Sean, do you think we're going to get through 18 minutes of qualifying?
I hope so. I mean, you never know, because this game is amazing.
It certainly is. To anyone who's just started to watch us and is wondering why we're still starting qualifying 40 minutes past the hour, we've had a few problems, which is very much Turbo Racing League in a nutshell. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to wherever you're watching around the world or listening to us on stage in the Discord. I am Mr. Storm. Alongside me is Sham the Man,
Hello.
and we are getting ready to take you. Yeah, hey Sean. And we're getting ready to take you through qualifying and indeed the race for the 2023-24 Turbo Racing League Spanish Grand Prix. And qualifying is just about to begin. Who is going to win the race to be first out on track for these 18 minutes? That is always the most important question we need to ask. And all the assists are very much sorted, so we're all good to go.
I'm just gonna double check.
Sean, has your game disconnected?
No.
Very good.
Yeah. Nice.
Keep an eye out for action unfolding in turn 1. This is the primary overtaking spot for Catalunya, as it's a heavy braking zone at the end of a long DRS straight.
The Red Bulls are getting busy at the end of the pit lane. Oscar and Zap both coming out. But the first driver on the track, that very nice award goes to the man, the myth, the legend. It's Liberty Waite. The man from Florida. The American, racing for the American team with an American dream and an American sport. Is ready to go and grab pole position and win the race by about half a minute. If Liberty's listening to us, then which he is, I think, actually. Yeah, he is, yeah. Then he will agree with, as he goes down towards turn 5 on his outlap, going out on the medium compound, not the soft. C3, C4, and C5, I believe the tire compounds are in Spain. Sean, what Liberty's going to do in this qualifying session?
I think he will do quite okay, actually. He do have the pace. Just question is, will he be able to put it all out on the track? That is the question for today.
Well, I'm eating at the moment, so Sean's going to take you through his lap, I think, I hope. So go get him.
Fuck. As he starts his lap, going into T1, up to 330 kilometers an hour, breakdown into turn 1, down to 150 kilometers an hour in turn 2, flat out through turn 3. As he going up to the end of sector 1 at the moment, as there's a yellow flag on the main straight, and in the final sector, as a 22.4 first sector, just first sector, a good one at that. As he is closing in on that second DRS detection point, but the first one of the lap, that is. As he reaches 250, he puts on the DRS up to 300 kilometers an hour, breaks down to 120 kilometers an hour through slow corner, double right-hander, final corner. Go. He goes flat out through the final corner. No, he lifts and up the line he goes, and it is a 1:14.3, closely followed by Mitch, who does a 1:12.3. Great lap
Mitch, I
from
don't know if you're
Mitch.
tall or whether you're short. If I'm going to call you the diminutive Uruguayan for the purposes of commentary, the diminutive Uruguayan Mitch.
Sadly invalidated P1. Oscar up to P4, Artem Lissov up to P3, Sapu P5. Nibbles Biscuit with a 1:11.
That's a brilliant lap.
0.922.
That's the first time I think we've gotten the 111s all weekend, I think.
Yeah. as we have 3 drivers out on the track on the intermediate tires. Quite an interesting choice. As we first McLaren goes up to P5, Chocolade goes up to P1, 1:11.5. It's a great lap from the German. It's a great
Look at
lap.
him shaking the steering wheel about, partying like it's 1999.
As there were only 5 drivers that hasn't put out a lap at the moment. As
It's a bit
yeah.
more of a hurrying race from everyone, seeing as there's not 3 sessions at all, there's just the one.
Yeah.
And he's gone off the track and he's spun
As
immediately after
the
saying
US
that.
up goes pole for 1:14.7, no 1:11.7. I can't speak. 1:11.479. As we're following Jasko Kirill here, with a Haas in front of him. Gets out of the way, so does the Alpine. Into the final 2 corners he goes. Will he take the final corner flat? He does. He takes it flat, and he goes a 1:11.769 up to P3. It's a great lap from the Ferrari driver.
Big spin there. Massive spin for Ferrari there. As he's going to take the old layout.
Oh,
and presumably go back to the pits. And he does.
as Monks prepares to start his first push lap on the soft. He's ready to start it now. DRS flies wide open. He will reach a speed of 300 and approximately 330 kilometers an hour into turn 1.
We'll take 3 Monks' lap
Yes.
here down to turn 1.
Into turn 2, there are 2 drivers ahead of him. That gets out of the way. Through turn 3, flat out. As there's yellow flags behind. 21.5, first sector for Monks.
It's not horrible, but it's still quite good. He goes out in the grass there through 4, breaking down for 500 and just about 100 kilometers an hour, keeping in 3rd. Minimize the wheel spin and exit as we head up through the kink of turn 6 into TV3, turn 7. Nice line through there, 5th gear, get up on that sausage curb and you might be done for. Takes a lovely line through the flat out turn 9, which is called Campsa, down the back straight in towards the remodeled turn 10. Don't let my controller phone, that'll be quite bad. He sets a purple middle sector as well, which is very much promising indeed for the Mercedes Championship contender through 11. Takes a lovely line and then presumably he's going to go flat out through the final 2 corners. Takes the penultimate turn flat. Will he lift at the final corner? Yes, he does slightly. Runs a bit wide, activates the DRS and comes up to the line and goes into 5th, 1 minute 12 dead. And he waves his steering wheel about. He's very happy with that, presumably.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't he be? That is absolutely brilliant from Monks. The number 96, setting the 5th fastest time. Sam Rose, Hekaron, and Dean, the only drivers not to set a lap time. Sam Rose is just starting his lap, and Hekaron has invalidated his. So let's take you through Sam Rose's wide through turn 1. Doesn't have the best line through 2 as he minimizes the wheel spin for a flat out run through turn 3. Alexander Delnik, who I have no idea who that is joined. As he comes down in towards turn 1, so it's a 21.8 in the first sector. Not the worst sector time, but certainly not the best. Down in towards turn 5, he runs it through in 2nd gear. Goes a little bit above 100 kilometers an hour as he takes a wide enough exit to minimize the wheel spin. Into TV3 comes in 4th gear, unlike Monks who went through it in 5th. On the Qatar Airways sponsorship, not bridge, but sign we'll say. As he powers down the back straight in towards turn 10, going at about 310 kilometers an hour, back down towards 3rd gear, started in 4th, ended in 3rd. Up the gears, you come into towards turn 12. Keep it nice and lit, minimize the wheel spin, and then it's surely just a flat out run to the line. Yaroslav has retired from the session. He hasn't been, oh, what has happened there? Indeed, there's been a
has
massive crash.
received
Have you caught that, Sean?
No, I have not. I was following Mr. Sam Rose as Dean received a 5-second
Massive crash.
grid drop
Dean
for
has lost the front
colliding
wing.
with Yaroslav Nick, and Dean has lost the front wing. He will need to go in and fix that. I will set him back, and he might even have some floor damage since that damage
Which will be
seems
irreversible as well. Anyway, over to Ryo Zappa, who's about to start his second run. Hecaron goes quick. What a lap from Hecaron. 1 minute 11.2. And Zap already has work to do as he starts his second run down in towards turn 1. Takes a lovely line through, flat out through 2, flat out through 3. As he comes up towards the first sector split, he needs to gain about 2.5 tenths if he wants to get back on provisional pole position. He has a car in his way. Hopefully they will get out of the way. It's a 300 per second improvement as he goes through turn 4. That hash should realistically get out of the way. It does down in towards turn 5. In second gear for Zap instead of the third and fourth gear we saw from other drivers. Up the gears he goes into 7th before we head into TV3. In 4th gear he carries the speed through, up through turn 8, then through the flat out camps at turn 9, activates the DRS 50 meters away. Now he activates and he guns down the back straight. What is his delta going to be in sector 2? He is just 100th of a second down. Through turn 10, minimizes the wheel spin, up through 11 he goes. He's not going to go for the fastest lap time, presumably, unless he made a huge mistake in his first run. Through the flat out turn 13, and then surely flat out through 14. Will he lift slightly, goes down to 50% throttle. Up to the line he comes. It's Ryo Zappu, who improves by 1/10 of a second and goes into second with a purple middle sector. We're riding on board with Chocolate now, who is not improving, who's backed out of his lap time. Next up, Yasko Kirill is improved by 1/10 of a second. Next up, we have Nibbles, who's on an outlap, and then Chocolate's teammate Pap Sniper, who is not improving as well. Chocolate follows him on the track, followed by the Alfa Romeo off Magnus Sheep, and we're going to ride on board with him now. Into TV3, 4th gear, 155 kilometers an hour as he heads up towards the flat out turn 9. Will he keep it flat? No, he lifts slightly, interestingly enough. Mike comments his run as he comes down towards turn 10 on his delta. He is currently going 1.8 seconds slower than his original lap time, so we will stop riding on board with him and go on board with Zap. No, the Haas off, let me see. Artem, who is currently 2 and a bit temps up. He's also set a purple middle sector. He'll need an absolutely huge final sector to improve to get anywhere near the top 5 of the grid. As he comes into turn 12, oh shit.
Yeah. Chocolate goes again, but with low fuel. Think had a bit of a wobble out of there as he powers on DRS. And he weaves across the straight and will waste even more fuel as we follow Dean through turn 5 here. I missed his first sector time as we go up, catches the DRS detection zone. Powers DRS on. This middle split is a 50.763 as he had a bit of a slide on the exit of that corner. And he goes wide. I think he do have floor damage from that huge crash with Yaroslav Nick. That's unlucky for him as Liberty is on an outlap, starts his lap now.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Has anything happened?
No. Dean seems to have some floor damage from the huge crash earlier in the qualifying
Also have
session.
nearly equalised against Villa. Still 1-0 in that match. As the final runs are about to begin and Hecaron is looking to seal pole position. He's on his outlap, he's managing his ERS, he's managing his tyres, and he is getting ready to rear for pole position, which would be a very, very good achievement for him as he comes up towards Campsa, being followed, being flanked by the Haas. Let me see, who is the Haas at the moment? Liberty Way time, I'm presuming, and Hecaron lets him pass, takes a huge lockup. I don't know why he's really done that. But we will be riding on board of him. It could potentially be the pole lap. He'd love it to be the pole lap. He would
As
love to start in the
Hecaron
front row. He would love to win this
rounds the
race.
final corner on his fast lap. And it's a
Let's take you through it.
1:13.6. That's up to
P17.
P17.
What can Hecaron do? He guns the throttle, flat out through the final corner. He's going to pick up the slipstream of the Alpine, who's in front of him, and away he goes for his final qualifying run. That Alpine is going to give him all the tow in the world, but that Alpine might be on flying. He pulls out of the slipstream and allows Hecaron to gun down to turn 1. That might be the slipstream. If he puts this lap together, that gets him pole position. Through turn 3, he goes flat out. He goes on the way down towards the first sector split under the Crypto.com bridge, and he is 1/10 up
21.2.
closely as he goes through turn 4. Down towards 5. He's got to keep it nice and steady, minimize the wheel spin on the exit of the corner. Goes down into second gear at about 100 kilometers an hour. He's gone past the Mercedes off LFC Monks through turn 7. Takes a lovely line through TV3, up through the kink of 8, then through the flat out turn 9 of Campsa. He's 100 meters away from the DRS and activates it. This is a massive moment in qualifying. Is he still improving? The answer is I don't know. Yes, he is. 2.5 temps up. He's on his way to get into the 1-minute 10s, which will be an absolutely incredible lap. Here he comes into the penultimate corner. It all rides on this. He surely can't mess this up now. Takes the final corner just about flat out, up towards the line. It's a mesmerizing pole lap. And it is pole position, surely, with a 1-minute 10.822. What can Zap do to
What a
respond?
lap.
That is the big question.
What a lap. That's a great lap from
mesmerizing stuff.
From Hecaron here.
Sensational
That's a
stuff.
sensational lap.
Absolutely incredible from Hecaron. And that will be a pole lap that lives in the memory for quite a long time if he were able to. Zap has to improve by 1/2 tenth to even get remotely near knocking him off his perch.
No, 1/2
but he
tenth.
will have assistance from his teammate Oscar, who might try and give him slipstream as well. All to play for. It's going to be Zap who goes first. He builds up the revs. He guns the throttle, and away he goes. His teammate will give him a bit of slipstream. It's a team game here, and away we go. Zap needs an absolutely monumental lap to get pole position. His teammate gives him enough of the tow as he can as he drags it down to turn 1 at 330 kilometers. Takes a lovely run through 1 and 2, flat out through 2, flat out through 3. Up the rise, down the hill he goes, down towards turn 4. Is he improving in the first sector split? The answer is yes, but only by 1/1000th of a second. Through turn 4, takes a lovely line out to the widest part of the track, down in towards 5. He takes it in second gear, takes a little bit of a wider line than Hecaron. Don't care at all. As long as he's improving, he has a chance of getting pole position. Into TV3 he comes. 4th gear, 170 kilometers an hour, he's off the back end. And that might be it. Through the flat out turn 9, Yaska has retired. He thinks he'll do no better than 4th. As he comes up towards the second sector split, he is 900ths of a second off. And surely that is it for Hecaron, unless Chocolat can pull together something absolutely stupendous to grab pole position. It doesn't look like it'll be pole for Zap as he comes through the final 2 corners. Unless he can pull absolutely something out of the hat, it will be pole position for Hecaron, surely. He comes up to the line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. 1 minute 11.6. It won't be pole for Zap.
What a lap from
Chocolat
Dean,
improving.
up to P5 from 19th on the grid. He moves up
Considering
a
he had
lot.
a run before that, it was amazing. Chocolat takes a nice line through TV3, 5th gear, 220-ish kilometers an hour. Flat out in 7th gear through Campsa. This could be the lap that grabs him a spot on the front row of the grid. Is he improving in the middle sector? Yes, he is, by 600ths of a second.
That's
He
not
needs
enough.
something in the final sector to go and grab himself a slot on the front row and join himself alongside Ryo Zappu. Pap Sniper has left the session as drivers are retiring left, right, and centre. Suspecting they can do no more. Is that Titan in the way of Shocklade? It might well be. He grabs his slipstream and he comes up to the line. Will it be second? No, it won't.
Not enough.
Within
Only
a tenth of him, though. And that will do it.
that is the
That will be
quick
that.
order.
For qualifying, it's Hecaron on pole position. What a qualifying, Sean.
It's fantastic that we got to witness this. It was a great lap from Hecaron.
Sean has muted himself.
No, I have not.
And that
Oh, I
will
have.
do it, ladies and gentlemen. It took us over an hour to do qualifying. We have got to the end of it. And at the end of it all, Aston Martin's driver, the number one driver, presumably Hecaron, has lined it up on the front row of the grid in pole position with a 1 minute 10.822. Congratulations to him. Aston Martin have a driver on pole. Sean, what do you make of that session?
It was fantastic. We saw drivers moving up and down over the entire grid. Such a fun session to watch. Such a quite close grid as well. From 3 seconds covers the entire top 19, which is much in qualifying sense, but for TRL standards that's quite close.
Sean, you're probably going to have to clip all the pole laps and send them to YouTube. Saka's had a shot in the Aston Villa Arsenal match, which has been said. Still 1-0 to the Villains with 31 minutes played. Shocklade says, can he piss? Probably not. We're running on a schedule here and we probably need to get the race done and dusted. There are the official qualifying results. The Spaniard Hecaron getting pole position in his home race. Dean does have a 5-place grid penalty for his collision earlier on in the session. He will start in 10th. Magnus Sheep, the championship leader, down in 14th as Sean is disconnected.
I disconnected? No.
Yes,
I'm
you
here.
have.
I'm here.
Have I disconnected then?
Now I disconnected.
Oh, you know you have. Okay. That's not good.
Now I disconnected.
That's not good. Off's game has crashed as well, so we might be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, I need an
Might be in
invite.
And we can't leave the session either because the thing is not ended when the countdown has. Now it has. My game's crashed. Okay, that's brilliant. So we have a start again.
Woo! I fucking love this game, man. It's the best game in the world. No problems whatsoever.
A full free start of the day.
I can't be asked, man.
Absolutely brilliant, folks. 4 starts. We haven't even had a safety car yet. We haven't even had a red flag. I want to die.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, thanks very much for the invite again, Sean. We will have to be very quick to get to the 10 past start time. I know, and even then, I'm only going to be able to do like the first 2 laps of the race. So,
Yeah.
oh, what a game! I think we'll get an interview with someone. Let's speak to Mitch. Why not? The diminutive Uruguayan is, I think, here. I hope he is. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. I just went ahead and sent the official qualifying results.
Titan did that as well, I think, as well, yeah.
Yeah, but that did not include the time, so I went ahead and
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
sent
sure.
it. Mitch, stop yapping. No, I will not do that. I have no idea what you even talking about.
He can speak as much as he likes. Are you diminutive, though? Are you small? What's the story with that? I need to know.
Well,
What?
that was not the best qualifying session, as per se. I wasn't able to put a good lap together, but I mean, my teammate is starting in the, just one spot ahead, so we'll see what we can both do.
Well, we have 15 drivers out of a possible 19. We are getting ready to go time. So I suppose, what do you think's going to happen in the race?
Oh, chaos! A lot of chaos. Just
Do you think
that's
you
it.
will go on and do well in the race, or?
Hopefully, I mean, more unlikely things have happened in TRL, so we'll see.
Completely retiring after 3 corners. So thanks very much for joining us, Mitch. And maybe Sean will get you involved later on in the Grand Prix. Speak soon. What to
We're
talk
missing
about
3 drivers.
apart from the apparent glitches with this game?
That we should really consider switching games.
F1 98 maybe?
Even worse, we moved to R Factor.
Yeah, that'll be great. I need to get my PC set up every week then.
Yeah,
Mr. Leclerc wants to speak. He's been wanting to speak all the time. I need to buy R Factor as well. Mr. Leclerc, how you doing? Welcome to TRL.
We're missing 3 drivers. They need to get in here ASAP.
They have 2 minutes.
What?
They have 2 minutes.
I need to set up the grid as well. What you mean 2 minutes?
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Mr. Leclerc, speak. Speak, my child. The microphone's over there, mate.
Well, qualifying's gone pretty well. 10th
What
place.
age is he?
I'm happy with that.
Okay, fair enough. Where do you think you're going to finish in the race?
Hopefully I get some points. So I
What's the
say
stage, Martino?
P8?
I'm sorry to interrupt you there.
P8, I think. Yeah.
P8.
Top 8. Yeah. That's my
That's
prediction.
All very good points, I suppose. And we've got 18 out of 22 drivers ready. So, yeah, good luck with the race, and we'll see you in Park Fermer, as a certain race engineer once said.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I know who we miss. I know who we are missing. That guy. There we go.
I have my suspicions about him. Maybe he's a good driver, though.
We did join. Sweet. We have every driver in here.
And Sean should have the grid set up pretty soon. At the rate we're going, I'll only be able to get the first lap done, which is great. And then Sean, you can take you for the rest of the 32 laps. But I don't really mind. I've been entertaining you now for nearly 2 hours, which is not what I'll be back next week, though.
Oh, wait, where is he?
Time has always been against me in this sort of situation, but I don't mind. I'm very... And I am ready for more drama. It's already crazy league as we're getting ever closer to lights. How are we doing with the grid, Sean?
I'm working on it.
That's good. That's hilarious. So we're nearly ready to go for this race.
I just need to double check that dumb these guys. I just need to double check if they are correct. Ekron, Zapu. Nice.
Right.
We are ready to go, Mr. Storm.
That's brilliant. I've just been watching Titan suffer, but yeah. Dean's nearly fallen asleep. I would recommend you get up. At this rate, I'm only going to be able to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights, but I don't care. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next week, basically. So we'll get this show on the road, and then I'll hand you over to Sean for the rest of it. How do you think you're going to cope, Sean?
What?
Will you be able to survive? Will your mental
No.
sanity survive this?
No.
Okay, fair. Well, the timer has counted down to 0 to 0 to any other superlative that you can think about that describes the word zero. Zilch. As we are getting ready to go for the Spanish Grand Prix around the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, my name is Mr. Storm. That's Sean. Give us a wave if the camera's still on. And we are ready to go. All the drivers have loaded in. We are now on the grid. And we are getting ready for the third race of the 2023-24 Tireless Turbo Racing League, you idiot. Turbo Racing League World Championship. I'm not even sure if we are World Championship or just a championship, but it doesn't matter, does it?
We are racing around the world, so of course we are World Championship.
Formula E wasn't a World Championship until 2020. Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting for now an hour and 15 minutes, but we are ready to go. The 5 lead rights.
I'm
5
stuck
red
in
lights are
waiting
about
for
to
players.
illuminate. Yeah, I know that, but I'm just trying to build
Ah,
the atmosphere of this.
okay.
Those 5 red lights will illuminate, they will go out. Who will get the whole shot into turn 1? We don't know. But we are hoping for an absolutely phenomenal race. We go to 1, 2, 4, and 5 red lights in Barcelona. And it's lights out and race on here in the Spanish Grand Prix. It looks like it's a good start from Hecaron. It's a poor start from Zap, who's on the mediums. The Chocolate might well gobble him up. He doesn't.
It's a great
and
start from
has done
Hecaron.
absolutely brilliant. The whole shot into turn 1. Will there be a collision? It doesn't look like it. There has been an end play going off in the back. And there is a bit of contact between Skyscat, Mr. Leclerc, and Dean. But so far, everyone has got through
Chocolate
relatively
up to
unscathed.
P2 around the
Hecaron leads the
outside.
Chocolate. Ryu Zappo, Yasu Kirill, Nibbles Biscuit, Valtteri Bottas, Dean racing Sam for 7th. Sam's dropped to 9th as Mr. Leclerc goes up into 8th. Mitch now passes Sam as Sam falls to 10th. Stask, Liberty Walk, Pap Sniper, Artem. As look at that from Stask. He goes right around the outside of Liberty Walk, whatever. What a first lap. Shan, over to you for the rest of the race. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Storm. Yeah, we've seen Storm, Sam Rose fall 5 places. We saw LFC Monks drop down to the back of the grid after getting spun. Same for
Shan's
Yaroslav.
muted himself, so I'll keep going until he's back. So,
Thank
Hecaron
you.
leads the race.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
Monks up to 17th after dropping from P7 as there's yellow flags behind, and Mitch has dropped it. We saw Chocolate go out around the outside for P2 around turn 3 as Hecaron leads the way here on lap 2. As we see, I think that's Sam Rose in the pits. Yes, it is. And Yaroslav Nick goes very slow on the main straight as Dean is up to P6. I have Fiasco Kirill chasing down Valtteri Bottas here. As we see, I think that's Oscar going for a move on Pap Sniper. Can he make it? No. Where he is? On the inside. On the outside now. Does he keep it in? He does. And he has the move up to P12. Can Monks follow him through? He does. Monks follows through up to P13 for him. As don't see a lot of fighting anymore here, or at the moment. As I see, I think that's Stask going for a move. We're closing in on Mr. Leclerc here. He is readying up a move for P8, that is. As P1 and P2 has dropped a 1.2 second gap to P3, so P3 won't receive any DRS on this lap. As don't see an attack happening at the moment. As Yasko Kirill had a bit of a look into turn 1, but for not to go for it. Hecaron has now dropped a 1.3 second gap to P2 as well, so P2 won't receive any DRS on this lap either. He's doing a fantastic job leading out here, dropping gaps, so the drivers behind won't have DRS. It's been great so far this weekend. Pole position by what, 5 temps, and now a second gap to P2. That's great for him. As we see drivers behind opening DRS, as we see Skyscap opening DRS as well. No one goes for a move here. Yeah, everyone looks ahead and behind at the same time. As Hecaron starts his 4th lap of the day, leading by 1.3 seconds, as there is a yellow flag and Pop Sniper has spun it. he has spun it. That's unlucky for him. But yeah, he did drop it. As we're following Dean, who follows follows Skyscap here, and Skyscap himself is following Nibbles Biscuit. This 4/10 between the three drivers, or 5/10 now, as we see them closing up on the DRS detection point. Will we see a move happening from any of the drivers here? I don't think so, as there's a 1.6 second gap to P3 from P2. Chocolate is holding that gap massively. He's doing great holding that gap. Will we see a move? Dean dives down the inside. Will he make it? He's still there. Pushed Alfa Romeo a bit wide. That will be discussed by the stewards later, I think. I think he pushed him off a bit. So that will be up for discussion for as Skyscap drops it. He dropped the car on the pit entry as he tries to rejoin, and he will do so safely. Here we go. Dean up to P5, now chasing after Nibbles Biscuit, as there's a as Ryasapu has a 1.8 second gap to P2, and there's a full safety car. Ryasapu, no, not Ryasapu, Skyscap did DNF. I'm not sure what happened, if he DNF'd by himself or if someone crashed into him. So that gap Chocolate and Heckron had is no more, as we punch the field up and are ready for ready for the safety car restart. So, Chocolate up 1 place. Ryasapu down 1. Nibbles Biscuit up 1. Dean Con up 5 places. And he will continue to march forward. Jasko Kirill down 2 places. Mr. Leclerc has gained 2 places. Artem Listov has gained 7 places. So has Stas. Oscar has gained 1. Monks is down 5 as he spun down to last. As everyone except Mr. Leclerc and Heckron is pitting. And Monks get a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane when he tried to go for a move that will go for an overtake. That will hurt him a bit come end of the race, as we see a few drivers deciding to stay out. I think Heckron, Mr. Leclerc, Titan Gamer 46 and Liberty Volk all deciding to stay out and not pitting here, which is quite interesting to see. It is quite early to pit, so yeah. As we are awaiting the safety car restart, the drivers bunch up 1 by 1. And the 3-second gap Heckron had, as he goes into the pit and he gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. What on earth happened here? Heckron has received a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he boxes from the lead. That will hurt his race come end of the race. That will hurt him very much. He will need a 5-second gap if he takes the lead again, but he will bunch out. He will come out in P14 above behind every driver that's pitted. He will have fresher tires though, so that might be something for him. But he is behind most of the drivers that pit on the first lap of the safety car, as I think the safety car will go in this lap. That will hurt him come end of the race, sadly. As we see all the drivers bunched up, ready to resume the race. Will we see a move down the inside in turn 1? Will we see a change in lead? Will we see another crash into turn 1? The safety car is confirmed to go in this lap. As Mr. Leclerc will now control the pace and restart when he wants to. As Mr. Leclerc pounces now, and Titan Gamer following, he is using battery. He will go for a move around the outside into turn 1. Can he stick it? He goes up on the inside now, back to the outside. Does he have it? No, as Mr. No, he does have it. Or does he? There's a drag race down to turn 4. As he's pushed wide. He's pushed wide. He's down to P8. As Häkkinen is now 6 seconds behind the pack, as he, I think, got spun out. Which is quite unfortunate. Which is very, very unfortunate. As Titan Gamer is down to P10 after trying to go for a move around the outside. As Artem Lisov and Liberty Walk switch spaces. As Titan goes for a move. So does Monks. Monks follows Titan through, I think. Will he make it? Yeah, he does. Both made it. Both made it through. Titan Gamer up to P9, Monks up to P10. As we see, Chocolate the lead. Yeah, Chocolate the lead has a 1.3 second gap to P2. Dean up to P3 as Nibbles Biscuit pits. As Dean is done great this race. He saw a P10 up to P7, P3, ahead of Mr. Leclerc, who hasn't pitted yet, so he has that safe space of a driver behind on older tires than him. As Mitch goes for a move on Oscar here, will he make it? It's hard to tell. I don't think he has. No, he tucks down behind them. Sam up to P11 after being dead last in the race. That's great recovery from him. Will he march forwards even more? As Monks now has dispatched Titan Gamer, who hasn't pitted yet. He will move forward to, again. He will go for a move against the Ferraris? Turn 1, as I think he is looking for a move. He's looking to make a move here around on Stask. Darts down the inside of Stask. No, he tucks behind. He stays behind as Milo Sheep makes a move around the outside. He sticks it. Did I see Mitch try to go as well? Yeah, he did. Mitch has gone past Oscar here and is trying to get past Titan. He's on 10 laps on older tires here. Titan Gamer is holding up the pack behind him, letting the drivers ahead get away. He will have to pit later, as it's mandatory, but he's going quite longer on this off than the rest of the back. There's only three drivers that hasn't pitted from the starting tires. Mr. Leclerc, Titan Gamer, and Liberty Walked, who's down at P17. As Riosap has caught up to Chocolado, who will have DRS, and Dean is also hunting them down. Yeah, as Mr. Leclerc finally pits, and LFC Monks has gone for has made a move stick on Stas, the first Ferrari of 2 is looking to hunt down. As Oscar goes for a move on Mitch, they're fighting up through turn 3. Mitch on the outside. Mitch drops it. Mitch has dropped it. That's Mitch dropping it. He's out in the gravel, spun around. That's unfortunate for him. Mitch is down to P15 here. Trying to go for a move. As there is a 2-second gap to P8 here. As we see, Riosap has made it taken the lead from of the race. Has put a 5/10 gap to Chocolada, who will try to fight it back. Will we see a move made into turn 1? I think we will here. I think we will. Yeah, we are. Chocolada dives down the inside. He takes the lead before the corner even comes. And that Chocolada back up to P1. Trying to dispatch the Red Bull behind him. But is unable to do that. As Dean is looking to close the gap to the leaders here. Take a look at what tires they are on. So, Chocolate on hards, they will probably reach the end. Riosapu on mediums. As I think Riosapu looked to make a move. He is making a move. As Chocolate went a bit wide. Riosapu up to P1. But Chocolate will fight back here into turn 1. Closed in by second in that third sector. He's a second closer now, and soon will be in the race as Chocolate goes for the move again into turn 1, and he made it stick. Will Chocolate be able to get away from Riosapa? I don't think so, as Riosapa is on the faster tires. He's on those mediums. That is faster now, but will be slower towards the end of the race. But yeah, as there's a 1.5 second gap down to Dean Con, who's trying his very, very best to close up to the pack, as Monks up to P5, looking to get past the Haas of Artem Lily, which he will on this DRS straight. Yeah, goes around the outside as Artem. Oh, never mind. It doesn't go for the move. As Artem closed the door in a legal way, that is. Yeah, I do believe we will see a Monks move into turn 1 here. As is open, and Artem was blinking. Yeah, Monks around the outside. Oh, he decides to tuck back in. The switchback alongside now. Decides to tuck in behind and get the DRS in the same next straight, as the two leaders have pulled a 2-second gap, back up that 2-second gap now, as Titan Gamer finally pits off those old soft, as there's a yellow flag, and I believe another half spin of the McLaren that is lost. As we see Monk still trying to get past Artem Lily, who is blinking, meaning Artem has less than 10% in the battery. As Monks has DRS, will he go for a move? No, he decides to take past. And Hecaron up to P6. What a recovery drive from Hecaron here. He was lost not too long ago, and within lap 14 it's up to P6, trying to hunt down try to hunt down Monks. He got mad, you can say. He got very, very mad when he spun out. As he tucks out from the slipstream and he goes for a move. He has got the move done. He goes for a double move. Up to P4. Hecaron goes. And he has managed it. Yes, he does. Yes, he is up to P4 on those lap pressure hards as the Red Bull of Oscar spun behind. Yeah, as we see Sam Rose go past. Monks is still trying to get past Artem Lily here to get up to P5, as Hecaron has now already pulled a second gap. As Jasko Kirill goes for the move, and he makes it stick, but Monks has to switch back. Who will lead into the DRS straight? It is Monks. Will he be able to fight Artem Lisov here? No, because there's an 8th game, 8th 10th gap, as Oscar spun again on that right before that straight. Will Monks have DRS on the main straight? I think you just missed it, as Chocolade gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, LFC Monks just missed the DRS, which means he will be overtaken by Jasko Kirill here. That's quite unfortunate for the Mercedes driver, as I said earlier. Chocolade gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits, as Oscar speeds into the pit lane and then retires in the pit lane. That's all from him in the race, sadly. As we follow the fight for P1 here, as Monks goes for a move, as I think it was Jasko Kirill is ghosted for some reason. Did he spin, or I don't know, he's ghosted. Oh well, Monks goes up to P6. But keep in mind, he still has that 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that will hurt him. He might pit again come end of the race, since he is on the medium pit. He pitted on lap 6, so you never know. As he's trying to catch up to Artem Listov, he will not reach him in time for the straight, as Jasko Kirill will go for a move on Monks into turn 1. As the two leaders have a 2.3 second gap to P3, they are still just fighting ahead, as Monks wants that position back, but he's unable to get it. As we see, Chocolade opens the DRS here. Will he go for a move? No, he will not. Riusapu keeps the lead. Keep in mind, folks, Riusapu's tires will... Oh no, Chocolade's tires will be faster come later in the race, since he chose to go on the hards and Sapu chose to go on the mediums. So the advantage Sapu has now will fade away later in the race. As we see Hecaron power through and really try to fight back into the lead. He has a 6-second gap to P3, as Monks is going for a move and fighting with Magnus and Jasko Kirill. Will he be able to keep the lead or keep the position? He does. He's up to P5. He got the move on Jasko Kirill done, as Artem Lisov pits finally and onto fresh mediums. Will Monks be able to fight back up to P4, or will the drivers behind overtake him. How far will Monks fall if that's the case? This is a 4-second gap for Chocolade up to P1 of each things now. As they are fighting, I've been fighting the entire race, which is very, very fun. As Monks keeps P5 after the arrest rate. Chocolade and 5/10 deficit to P1. Will he go for the move? He will go for the move. Dives down the inside of turn 1. He gets the move done before the corner. Ryosapu cannot fight it as LFC Monks gets another penalty of 3 seconds as he violates the track limits one too many times. Yeah, so this will be the battle for the win if Hecaton can't close down. Yeah. As DRS goes open, will Ryosapu go for a move? Ryosapu did not open the DRS that lap. Which is interesting, as Jasko Kirill does get a 3-second time penalty. As Tusk retires from the race, and there's another safety car. There's been a crash mid-track, right at the DRS detection point, for the first detection point on the lap. And that will throw a spanner in the wheel as Chocolade gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That 8-second time penalty for Chocolade. Oh my word, that's 8 seconds worth of penalties Chocolade needs to get a gap on. That will hurt him as Dean chooses new mediums. Ryosapu goes on to softs. 14 laps on softs. To be fair, it would probably be 10 when they get out. As Monk serves that 5-second time penalty and goes on to mediums, fresh mediums that is, I believe. By the looks of it, yeah. So for Monks, as that is an unsafe release from the Alfa Romeo crew, which won't be penalized in the game, as Hecaton is up to P4. Yeah, what an interesting race this has been, as many drivers chooses the softs. Ryosapu will be faster now in the early stages, but in a few minutes times, Chocolade will be faster. So will Lincoln, and so will Hecaton. Hecaton has been fast all weekend long, which is it's fun to see, to have these many drivers fighting for the top spot of the podium. It's always nice to see. Yes.
As a result, he has earned himself a number of records, becoming the youngest ever F1 winner, podium finisher, and leader. Keep an eye out for action unfolding in turn 1.
As the driver's that is quite far behind is looking to catch up to the 10. As the two leaders jump into the pits again. Interesting choice from them as Dean takes the lead. What on earth is happening here? What? As Chocolade goes and serves that 10 penalty, and Ryosapu goes on to softs again. Did he go into the wrong softs? What on earth happened here? That's 2 pit stops in the span of 2 laps for the leading drivers who will be at the back of the grid. Interesting choice for sure. as the pack has now finally bunched up, and we will probably see a safety car restart on this lap. With Dean leading the way, will we see a move into turn 1 from Heckman as the safety car? As the safety car is in this lap and Dean controls the pace.
At the 2006 Spanish Grand Prix, Fernando Alonso became the first Spanish Formula One driver to win at his home country's track while driving with Renault in his second championship in Europe.
As Dean prepares to restart here, will we see Heckman go for the lead into turn 1? Will we see Chocolate and Giuseppe fight back from the back? And it's green flags again as Dean is powering past and Heckman goes for a move instantly. He's gotten the move done. As was very, very fast. Not even a dive bomb into turn 1. He got it on the straight. What a restart from Heckman. That's a fantastic restart from Heckman. Will we see him pull a massive, massive gap now? That's a question. As Giuseppe goes up to P12 already. Chocolate follows him through up to P13. That's very, very good for them. They will be needing to fight back if they want to have a chance. They will need to fight back quite quickly if they want to have a chance to go on to win this race. As next up is Dibbles Biscuit, who just overtakes Mr. Leclerc. So next up is Mr. Leclerc, as Giuseppe does tuck in behind. And Mr. Leclerc has a half spin. And Giuseppe goes through. Will he make the position? Yes, he does. Giuseppe up to P11. Whoops. As I accidentally tabbed out. If I can get back into the game, thank you. And there is another safety car as Mr. Leclerc DNF'd, which I missed. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I accidentally tapped out. It happens, but there's another safety car, which is interesting. Okay, game just tapped out again. What?
Keep an eye out for action unfolding in turn 1. This is the primary overtaking spot for Captain Onion, as it's a heavy braking zone at the end of the DRS.
As the sector is waiting to pick everyone up, as Giuseppe and Chocolate once again decides to pit. Yeah. As Heckman leads from Dean, from Yaroslav Nick, from Monks. as the final two drivers is closing in on a gap here, but we will go around one more lap, so we will be resuming racing on lap 26 here. Oh no, never mind, it is in this lap. That's quite a late shout from the safety car to go in. Wow! That's very, very late as we go on board with Hekeron here. As it powers, and as the racing goes green again. Into turn one he goes. Will Dean make a move? No, he doesn't. As there's a move happening behind Samrose goes up to P6, that is. As Dean is trying to keep within a second off Hekeron here, and he is able to do that. There's no DRS though. DRS goes open after 2 laps of the safety car restart, and there's already a 7/10 gap to P3 here as there's another yellow flag of Liberty Walt. I think that is Artem Lily spinning as we are on board with Mitch trying to get Samrose back. He has had a great recovery after he spun the other stages of the race. Yeah, as Hekeron is keeping the lead, 7/10 gap as Chocolade DNF, and there's another safety car as Chocolade Titan Gamer 46 retires from the Grand Prix. What on earth has happened there? What on earth has happened there? As Sirius App is up to P9 after being lost. This is another safety car. What on earth has happened here? I completely missed that crash. As Tab Sniper gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on their safety car. As we have 12 drivers remaining after quite eventful Grand Prix with many safety cars. Yeah. As the top 5 hasn't changed, the top 7 hasn't changed. He's up to P8. Will he be able to make anything out of those soft? As the safety car lags back and it makes contact with Hekeron. Did he get damage from that? As the question, I doubt he got damage from that, but he might have. That's very crazy. As we look to restart this next lap. So there's 6 laps remaining after this one we are currently on. As we go around for another lap here. Oh. As on is still in P2 after keeping up with Hectron here, which is very, very nice to see from a Mercedes driver that missed last weekend's race. Yeah. Will we see Dean be able to make a move into turn 1? Or will Hectron keep the lead? Will Hectron also be able to just drive on and pull a gap to Dean here? We just have to wait and see. Safety car is in this lap. Will we be able to see a move into turn 1? Or will Hectron keep the lead? Will Riosap be able to do anything on those 4-lap old hard soft? Or is it too late to be able to go for the victory here? I think he has the potential to go and do this, as Hectron is waiting to restart. As Dean follows him closely. Turn 1 we go. No DRS for 2 laps. We'll have DRS back on lap 32. Turn 1 we go. Up to P. And Hectron kept the lead. Dean is close behind him though. Will Dean be able to make a move into turn 1? No, he is not. Will Dean be able to keep up with him? Will Dean be able to keep up with him? That's the question. Because Hectron has been very, very fast this race weekend. It's already a 9/10 gap, or 8/10 gap to P3 here, as Riosap is up to P4, trying to go for the P7 here, fighting around the outside with the Williams of Sam Rose. Sam Rose does indeed keep the position, but will he be able to hold them back? Will he be able to hold Riosap back on those fresher tires? As Mitch grabs the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. As he does not go for a move, as there is a second and a half nearly to P2 from Dean. Will Monks go for the move? No, I don't think he is. Nope. As DRS goes on, up next lap. Will we see a move for the lead? Will Hectron drive away and race comfortably? That's the question. As there is a 9/10 gap, there's a second gap now to P2. It's safe to say that Hectron will. It's safe to say that Hectron will drive away and win this comfortably, because Dean will not have any DRS. DRS is enabled. Will Monks go for a move? There is no DRS on the main straight here. Will Monks go for a move into on the straight DRS, the other DRS straight here? Oh, he goes for a move on the outside on Yaroslav Nick. Monks up to P3. He has a 1.8 second gap to P2. Will they be able to? Will Monks be able to keep the position? Or will he fall down because of that 3-second time penalty? Let's see. Yeah, he do have a 3-second time penalty. Will he be able to get a 3-second gap to Jaroslav Nick, or will he fall down from the podium steps? As he's trying very, very hard to get away, get a 3-second gap to Jaroslav Nick, which will be hard. There's 2 racing laps remaining after this one. Will Monks be able to get a 3-second gap? As Hecaron has sealed the win, he is 2 seconds ahead of Dean. Dean has most likely sealed P2. As Jaroslav Nick goes for a move into turn 1, will he be able to make it? Yes, he does. He made it before the switchback of streams from Monks though. Monks with the switchback. What a move from Monks. Great move, great defending move from Monks. As Ryusap is knocking on the door for P5 here. As there's a yeah, by the looks of it, Monks won't be able to get out of get a 3-second gap. As Ryusap makes the move up to P5, he overtook Sam Rose for it. As he's having his eyes forwards on the Alpha Tauri of Mr. Jaroslav Nick. Will he be able to do it, or goes around the outside, and there's contact made. He's slow, and he falls down to P6. There was contact made there. Did he get damage? I don't think so. But it slowed him down enough so he drops down to P6. As Hecaron is marching towards a quite dominant win here, over Dean here. From last place on the grid up to P1 with a 3-second gap to P2. What a race from him. What a race from Mr. Hecaron here. Great race. And half a lap to go. No mistakes, and he has this in the bag. As Monks only managed a 5/10 gap down to P4, so he will fall down a bit as he receives another time penalty, and that's up to 6 seconds. He will fall down even more, which it is unfortunate for him. Hecaron rounds the final corner and wins the Spanish Grand Prix. What a race from him. From last place on the grid up to P1 with a 2.4-second gap. Dean Con in P3. LFC Monks crosses the line in P3 but drops down to P6. Oh no, P8 even. And Jaroslav Nick takes P3. What a race from Hecaron. As they're celebrating the podium, and there it is, the official timings of the race. back in, please. Oh, I just missed it. Fuck. Oh, well, I got it on the stream. Yeah. Thank you all so much for me. It's been a very long race day today with 4 restarts and many safety cars. But yeah, hope I'll see you next week for a race around, let's see, around Azerbaijan. That will be very interesting. A street track, first street, quote unquote, street track of the calendar, as the first one we raced on was, of course, Australia. But yeah,